So, Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome to Ekadasi Katha and Vishnu Sahasranam. So, we'll read the Katha first. Go for it, Jayanti.
Okay, so today is Mohini Ekadasi. So this was described in the Surya Puran. Once Maharaj Yudhishthira asked Lord Krishna, "O Janardhan, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs in the waxing moon in the month of April-May? What is the process for observing this Ekadashi? What is the merit one obtains by following this Ekadashi? Please explain all these to me in detail." Lord Krishna replied, "O son of Dharma, please hear me attentively as I describe a story that sage Vasisth once told Lord Ramachandra. One time long ago, Lord Ramachandra said to the great sage Vasisth, 'O respected sage, I'm feeling great distress due to the separation from Sita, the daughter of King Janak. Kindly explain to me the great vow to follow which will mitigate all one's sinful reactions and distresses.' The great sage Vasisth, who was a spiritual master of Ramachandra, said, 'My dear Ram, your intelligence is sharp and mixed with faith. Moreover, your question is beneficial for the entire humanity. Just by chanting and remembering your all auspicious holy names, all living entities can become purified and eligible to achieve all auspiciousness. Still, for the benefit of the ordinary people, I will describe to you about a great vow. O Lord Ram, the Ekadashi that occurs in the waxing moon in the month of April-May is famous as Mohini Ekadashi and is very auspicious. By following this Ekadashi, one's sinful reactions, material miseries, and a network of illusion are destroyed. Now please hear attentively as I narrate the most pious topics of this Ekadashi. There was a beautiful city named Bhadravati, situated on the bank of the sacred river Saraswati, which was ruled by a king named Dyutiman. O Lord Ram, the king was born in the dynasty of the moon, and he was tolerant and truthful. There was a pious and prosperous devotee of Lord Vishnu named Dhanpal, who also lived in that city. He was a Vaishya by profession. For the benefit of ordinary people, this devotee Dhanpal built many dharamshalas, or guest houses, schools, temples of Lord Vishnu, charitable hospitals, wide roads, and marketplaces. He also made arrangements for distributing water and foodstuff. He dug wells for cool drinking water and ponds for clear water. He also built gardens for flowers and fruits. In this way, he properly utilized his wealth for the benefit of all, and thus successfully demonstrated the true meaning of his name. This pious devotee of Lord Vishnu was always peaceful, a benefactor of others, and engaged in devotional service to Vishnu. Had 5 sons named Saman, Dyutiman, Medhavi, Shukriti, and Drishtabuddhi. His son Drishtabuddhi was most sinful. He was extremely wicked, ill-natured, always engaged in bad association, having illicit connections with unchaste women. He was also fond of gambling and drinking wine. He even took pleasure in killing and torturing other living entities. In this way, he engaged in all kinds of sinful activities and soon turned into an abominable son of the most pious father and was a disgrace to the family. He never showed respect to the demigods, guests, old forefathers, or Brahmins. He was constantly engaged in thinking of committing sinful activities and thus lived a contemptible life. The sinful wretch Drishtabuddhi misused all his father's wealth in many useless activities. He always ate abominable foodstuff and remained always absorbed in drinking wine. One day, on seeing his shameless son walking in a public place, or placing his hand on the shoulder of a prostitute, Dhanpal became extremely hurt. On that very day, he threw out his spoiled son from the house. Drishtabuddhi then became bereft of everyone's affection, including from his father, mother, brothers, relatives, and friends. He was degraded from his position in caste society and the pious community and became an object of hatred for everyone. After being thrown out from his father's house, Drishtabuddhi continued his sinful propensities with the money he received by selling his personal clothes and ornaments. Soon that also came to an end. Gradually, due to lack of sufficient food, his body became weak and skinny. On realizing that he had become poor, his so-called deceitful friends left him, condemning him on various pretexts. Drishtabuddhi was now full of anxiety. He had no food or clothes, was extremely afflicted with hunger. So he began to contemplate, What should I do now? Where should I go? By which means will I survive? After contemplating in this way, he decided that there was no other alternative than to start stealing for his survival. So with a desire to steal, he began to wander throughout the city. Sometimes the king's guards would arrest him, and after considering his father's greatness, he would release him. After being caught and released in this way many times, he was once again formally arrested for committing a special kind of theft. He was taken to the king, who awarded him severe punishment. The king said, "Oh, sinful, foolish creature, you cannot stay within this kingdom anymore, for you are the greatest sinner. I'm releasing you for now. Leave this kingdom immediately and go wherever you wish." Vishnu, afraid of being punished again, left the kingdom. He went far away and entered into a dense forest. Within the forest, he became so afflicted with hunger and thirst that he began to kill beasts and birds indiscriminately and ate their raw flesh. Many years he wandered throughout the forest like a hunter, holding a bow and arrows in his hands and killing innocent animals and engaging in sinful activities. Vishnu was always miserable and anxious, but one day, due to some past pious deeds, he arrived at the sacred ashram of the great sage Kondinya while wandering about the forest. It was a month of Vaishak, April-May, and the great sage Kondinya was just returning home from taking a bath in the Ganga. At that time, by providence, Vishnu, who was very aggrieved by distress and lamentation, happened to touch a drop of water falling from the sage's cloth. Vishnu was immediately relieved of his sinful reactions. With folded hands and great humility, he said to sage Kondinya, "O great Brahman, I'm the most sinful person. There's no sin that I have not committed. Now please instruct me about a topmost type of atonement which a wretched person like me can easily perform. As a result of committing unlimited sinful activities till now, I have been bereft of my house, wealth, relatives, and friends. I'm drowning in the ocean of mental agony." After hearing the statements of Vishnu, the great sage Kondinya, feeling distressed by seeing another's distress, said, "I'm telling you a sublime method by which all your sinful reactions can easily be nullified in a very short time. Please hear me attentively. Mohini Ekadasi, which occurs during the waxing moon in the month of April-May, totally destroys a mountain of sinful reactions as big as Mount Sumeru, accumulated for many, many lifetimes. Therefore, you should faithfully observe this Ekadashi." Hearing this verse from the great sage, Vishnu became joyful and properly observed the Ekadashi according to the rules and regulations instructed by the sage. O best of kings, by observing this Mohini Ekadashi, the most sinful Vishnu soon became devoured of all sinful reactions. After assuming a divine body, he returned to the all auspicious abode of Lord Vishnu by riding on the back of Garud. O Ramachandra, this vow certainly removes all kinds of illusion and the darkness of ignorance. Any piety accumulated by taking bath in the holy waters, giving in charity, and performance of sacrifice cannot be compared with the piety one attains by observing this Mohini Ekadashi. Mohini Ekadashi ki jai.
Okay, thank you so much. Any questions or comments? I hope everybody's able to do Ekadasi today. And I think Beam Ekadasi will be coming along quite soon.
Not next one, one after.
Oh, 4 weeks' time.
10th of June.
10th of June. Holy smoke. I mean, Holy Ekadashi. So, Hare Krishna, Radhika, how are you?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Doing well, doing
You've
well.
been missed.
So good to be back.
Well done. Welcome back to good old hell. Especially somebody who's been to Vrindavan. You'll have to tell us all about it.
Oh, yes, it was such a joy. Oh, it was beautiful. It was my first time to Vrindavan.
Well done.
Oh, it was wonderful, wonderful. I managed to see, it was very hot for April.
Yes.
It was quite hot.
Yes.
So we made the most of the early morning sunshine and took rest during the afternoon.
Yes.
between 1 and 4, and then again in the evening we traveled. So whatever we couldn't do the parikrama by foot of both Vrindavan and Govardhan, but tried and visited some important locations.
Wow.
Radha Kund being my favorite.
Radhakund?
Yes, Radha
Indeed.
Kund, Shyam Kund.
Very good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. That's amazing.
Wonderful. The Radha Damodar temple,
Mm.
where all the Vaishnavas are, and
Yes,
the
very good.
Chandrodaya Mandir, which
Right.
is it's supposed to be, it's being built. It's going to be the tallest in the world for
Where is that
tallest.
exactly?
That is on Bhakti Vedanta Marg. It's, there is this some Prem Swami something. Prem Mandir. Yeah, it's just along that side. It's a few buildings away.
Okay. Wow.
It's called the Radha Vrindavan Chandra Mandir, Chandrodaya Mandir. So it's going to be the tallest for any Krishna temple or any temple in the world. So that's a huge project coming up. Yeah, just wonderful, just so wonderful. Went to Barsana. Visited the palace of Radharani.
Vrishabhanu. Yeah.
Yeah, Vrishabhanu. Enjoyed the lassis. Oh my God, it was so delicious. Where all the Brijvasis, the sweet talk they do whilst they sell, and then the lassis. Oh, it was all such a wonderful experience.
Oh, well done. Well done.
And the monkeys there, they're so naughty, they're so clever.
Oh, yeah.
They're so clever. There are so many monkeys in Vrindavan, and
Yeah.
they know how to stealthily steal spectacles, bags, mobiles.
Yeah.
And they're so clever. They even know the value of these items they're
Yeah.
stealing because they negotiate really hard.
Yeah. They've been trained by the traders. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Very amusing.
Yeah. Ah, thank you for sharing. That was interesting.
Yes.
Well done for getting there and back.
Yes. And among the other places I saw was Nidhivan, where the
Yes.
Rasa Leela happened, and Kali Ghat, where the Kalinga dance happened, and the Kalia Ghat, yes. And then Yamuna and Brahmand Kund, Gokul.
Oh, you went to Gokul, huh?
Yes, Raman Rethi.
How were the pujaris there?
Oh, what can I say? My God. What can I say? So disappointing.
Yeah.
So disappointing. Went to also this little place where the Damodar Leela happened.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
What name now? Yeah.
Utkal, I think.
Utkal, yeah. Oh, well done. You had a really good long time there. How long were you there?
For about 3.5 days.
Wow, well done. That's good.
Yeah.
Most people stay about 3 hours. They visit the Banka Bihari temple, and that's it. They think that
Yes.
it's done.
Yes. Yes. Just wonderful. Just that part, especially in Gokul, was a bit disappointing with the pujaris and the different sects, and how this sector and that sector, and how they have this rivalry. That part was disappointing. They have their own narratives.
Yeah. If
But,
you want to have a good argument or a fight, that's the place to go.
Oh yes, yes. But I don't want to dampen anybody else's spirit in case you're planning to visit Vrindavan. It's still so worth it just to be there.
Even that place is worth it, just for the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good. It's wonderful.
Yeah, good. Well done. Very good. And you have taken some nice photos?
Yes, I have some nice photos. I've put them together in a folder. I would love to show, but I believe it's not very visible. I mean, I can try and you can tell me off if you can't see anything.
No, you go on then. You want to do it now or later? Up to you.
Later, I think. Yeah, later.
Go for it. You can do the Vishnu if you like. Vishnu Sahasranam.
Yeah, sure.
Jayanti, you want to share?
Do you not have the link?
Let me share the link.
Okay.
You've got a better chance of keeping up with it.
How's everybody here? How are you both,
Yeah,
Mataji
no,
and Prabhu?
everything's okay. Better than we deserve. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's okay. Everything's good. Tempo's coming up nicely. Hopefully,
Amazing.
in a month. It's going to look quite something, I think.
Amazing.
Mm.
Very bold. Mataji, I've shared it on the chat window.
Okay. Okay, all yours, Radhika.
Thank you, Mataji. Let us start. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. So auspicious to read the Vishnu Sahasranam, especially on Ekadasi. Even one name of the Lord is so auspicious, and we're reading 1,000 and more. So, Om Shuklam Bharataram Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyayet Sarva Viknopashantaye Vyasam Vashishthanaptaram Shaktir Portamakalmasham Parasharatmajam Mande Shukadatam Taponitim व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे श्रीवैश्वम्पायन उवाच श्रुत्वा धर्मानशेषेण पावनानि सशर्वशः युधिष्ठिरशान्तनवं पुनरेवाभ्यभाषत युधिष्ठिर उवाच किमेकं दैवतं लोके किं वाप्येकं परायणं स्तुवन्तः कं कमर्चन्तः प्राप्नुयुर्माणवा शुभं को धर्मः सर्वधर्माणां भवतः परमो मतः किं जपन्मुच्यते जन्तुर्जन्म संसारबन्धनात् श्रीभीष्मर उवाच जगत्प्रभुं देवदेवम् अनन्तं पुरुषोत्तमं स्तुवन्नाम सहस्रेण पुरुषः सततोदितः तमेव चार्चयन् नित्यं भक्त्या पुरुषमव्ययं ध्यायन् स्तुवन् नमस्यंश यजमानस्तमेव च अनादिनिधनं विष्णुं सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं लोकाध्यक्षं स्तुवन् नित्यं सर्वदुःखादिको भवेत् ब्रह्मण्यं सर्वधर्मज्ञं लोकानां कीर्तिवर्धनं लोकनाथं महद्भूतं सर्वभूतभवोद्भवम् एष मे सर्वधर्माणां धर्मोऽधिकतमो मतः यद्भक्त्या पुण्डरीकाक्षं सवेरच्चैन्नर सदा परमम्यो महत्तेज परमम्यो महत्तपः परमम्यो महद्ब्रह्म परमम्यपरायणम् पवित्राणां पवित्रं यो मङ्गलानां च मङ्गलं दैवतं दैवतानां च भूतानां यो ययपिता यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि भवन्त्यादियुगागमे यस्मिंश्च प्रलयं याति पुनरेव युगक्षये तस्य लोकप्रधानस्य जगन्नाथस्य भूपते विष्णोर्नाम सहस्रं ने शृणु पापभयापहं यानि नामानि गौम्नानि विख्यातानि महात्मनः ऋषिभिः परिगीतानि तानि वक्ष्यामि भूतये विशिर्नाम्नां सहस्रस्य वेदव्यासो महामुनिः छन्दोनुस्तुप् तथा देवो भगवान् देवकीसुतः अमृतांशुद्भवो बीजं शक्तिर्देवकीनन्दनः त्रिसामा हृदयं तस्य शान्त्यर्थे विनियुज्यते विष्णुं जिष्णुं महाविष्णुं प्रभविष्णुं महेश्वरम् अनेकरूपदैत्यान्तं नमामि पुरुषोत्तमम् अस्य श्रीविष्णोर्दिव्यसहस्रनामस्तोत्रमहामन्त्रस्य श्रीवेदव्यासो भगवान् ऋषिः अनुस्तुप्छन्दः श्रीमहाविष्णुः परमात्मा श्रीमन्नारायणो देवता अमृतांशुद्भवो भानुरितिबीजं देवकी नन्दन षष्ठेति शक्तिः उद्भवः क्षोभनो देव इति परमो मन्त्रः शङ्खभृन्नन्दकी चक्रीति कीलकं श्राङ्गधन्वागतादरयत्रस्तं रथाङ्गपाणिरक्षोभयति नेत्रं त्रिसामा सामगः सामेति कवचम् आनन्दं परब्रह्मेति योनिः ऋतुसुदर्शनकाले इति दिग्बन्धः श्रीविश्वरूप इति ध्यानं श्रीमहाविष्णुप्रीत्यर्थे सहस्रनाम जपे विनियोगः ध्यानं क्षीरोधन्वत्प्रदेशे शुचिमणिविलसत्सैकते मुक्तिकानां माला क्लुप्तासनस्थस्फटिकमणिनिभैर्मुक्तिकैमण्डिताङ्गः शुभ्रैरप्रैरतभ्रैरुपरि विरचितै मुक्तपीयूषवर्षैः आनन्देन पुनीयाधरिनलिलकथाशङ्कपाणिर्मुकुन्दः बहुपादौ यस्य नाभिर्यदसुरनिलश्चन्द्रसूर्योच्चनेत्रे कर्णावासा शिरोध्यौ मुखमपि दहनो यस्य वास्तेयमुक्तिः अन्तस्थं यस्य विश्वं सुरनरखगोभो हि गन्धर्वदैत्यैः चित्रं रम्यते तं त्रिभुवनवपुषं विष्णुमेशं नमामि ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं मेघश्यामं पीठकौसेयवासं श्रीवत्साङ्गं कौस्तुभोद्भासिताङ्गं पुण्योपेतं पुण्डरीकायताक्षं विष्णुं वन्दे सर्वलोकैकनाथम् नमः समस्तभूतानामादिभूताय भूभृते अनेकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे शशङ्खचक्रं शकिरीतकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहेक्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलस्थोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजं छायायां पारिजातस्य हेमसिंहासनोपरि आसीनमम्बुदस्यां मायताक्षमलङ्कृतं चन्द्राननं चतुर्बाहुं श्रीवत्साङ्कितवक्षसं रुक्मिणी सत्यभामाख्यां सहितं कृष्णमाश्रये ॐ विश्वं विष्णोर्वषत्कारो भूतभव्यभवत्प्रभुः भूतकृद्भूतभृद्भावो भूतात्मा भूतभावनः भूतात्मा परमात्मा च मुक्तानां परमागतिः अव्ययपुरुषः साक्षी क्षेत्रज्ञो शैर्येव च योगो योगविदां नेता प्रधानपुरुषेश्वरः नारसिंहवपुः श्रीमान् केशवः पुरुषोत्तमः सर्वस्सर्वशिवस्थाणुर्भूतादिर्निधिरव्ययः सम्भवो भावनो भर्ता प्रभवप्रभुरीश्वरः स्वयंभुः शम्भुरादित्यपुष्कराक्षो महास्वनः अनाधिनिधनो धाता विधाता दुरुत्तमः अप्रमेयो ऋषिकेश पद्मनाभो मरप्रभुः विश्वकर्मा मनुस्त्वष्टा स्थविष्ठस्तविरो ध्रुवः अग्राय शाश्वत कृष्णो लोहिताक्षप्रदर्तनः प्रभूतस्तिककुद्धाम पवित्रं मङ्गलं परम् ईशान प्राणद प्राणो ज्येष्ठ श्रेष्ठ प्रजापतिः हिरण्यगर्भो भूगर्भो माधवो मधुसूदनः ईश्वरो विक्रमी धन्वी मेधावी विक्रमक्रमः अनुत्तमोदरातश कृतज्ञकृतिरात्मवान् सुरेश शरणं शर्म विश्वरेता प्रजाभवः अह संवत्सरो व्याल प्रत्यय सर्वदर्शनः अजः सर्वेश्वर सिद्ध सिद्धि सर्वाधिरच्युतः वृषाकपिरमे आत्मा सर्वयोग विनिश्रुतः वसुर्वसुमना सत्य समात्मा समितः समग अमोघ पुण्डरीकाक्षो वृषकर्मा वृषाकृतिः रुद्रो बहुशिरा बभ्रुर्विश्वयोनिषु चिश्रवाः अमृत शाश्वत स्थाणुर्वरारोहो महातपाः सर्वगः सर्वविद्वानुर्विश्वक्षेणो जनार्दनः वेदो वेदविदव्यङ्गो वेदाङ्गो वेदवित्कविः लोकाध्यक्षः धर्माध्यक्ष कृताकृतः चतुरात्मा चतुर्व्यूहश्चतुर्धंश्चतुर्भुजः भ्राजिष्णुर्भोजनं भोक्ता सहिष्णुर्जगदाजितः अनघो विजयोजयिता विश्वयोनिर्पुनर्वसुः उपेन्द्रो वामनप्रांशुरमोघ सुचिरूचितः अतीन्द्रसङ्ग्रहः सर्गो धृतात्मा नियमो यमः वेद्यो वैद्यः सदा योगी वीरः माधवो मधुः अतीन्द्रियो महामायो महोत्साहो महाबलः महाबुद्धिर्महावीर्यो महाशक्तिर्महाद्युतिः अनिर्देश्य वपु श्रीमान् अमे आत्मा महाधृतिः महेश्वासो महीभर्ता श्रीनिवासः सताङ्गतिः अनिरुद्धः सुरानन्दो गोविन्दो गोविदाम्पतिः मरीचिर्दमनोहंस सुपर्णो भुजगोत्तमः हिरण्यनाभः सुतपा पद्मनाभ प्रजापतिः अमृत्युः सर्वदिक्सिंह सन्दाता सन्धिमान् स्थिरः अजो धर्मश्च न शास्ता विशुरात्मा सुरारिः गुरुर्गुरुतमो धाम सत्य सत्य पराक्रमः निमिषो निमिषस्रग्भि वाचस्पतिरुरारथिः अग्रनीग्रामनी श्रीमान् न्यायो नेता समीरणः सहस्रमूर्धा विश्वात्मा सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपात् आवर्तनो निवृत्तात्मा संवृतः संभ्रमर्थनः अह संवर्तको वह्निनलिलोधरनीधरः सुप्रसाद प्रसन्नात्मा विश्वदित् विश्वभुक् विभुः सत्कर्ता सत्कुतः साधुर्जह्नुर्नारायणो नरः असङ्ख्येयो प्रमेयात्मा विशिष्ट शिष्टकृच्युचिः सिद्धार्थ सिद्ध संकल्प सिद्धि तस्सिद्धि साधनः वृषा हि वृषभो विष्णुर्वृषपर्वा वृषोदरः वर्तनो वर्तमानश्च विविक्तश्रुतिसागरः सुभुजोदुर्धरो वाह्मी महेन्द्रो वसुदो वसुः नैकरूपो बृहद्रूप शिपिविष्टप्रकाशनः ओजस्तेजोदितिरः प्रकाशात्मा प्रतापनः बुद्धस्पष्टाक्षरो मन्त्रश्चन्द्रांशुर्भास्करद्युतिः अमृतांशुत्वगो भानुशशबिन्दुस्सुरेश्वरः औषधं जगजस्सेतु सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः भूतभव्यभवन्नाथ पवनपावनो नलः कामः कामकृत्कान्त काम कामप्रद प्रभुः युगादिकृत्युदावर्तो नैकमायो महाशनः अदृश्यो व्यक्तरूपश्च सहस्रजितनन्तजित् इष्टो विशिष्ट शिष्ठेष्ट शिखण्डी नरुषो वृषः क्रोधः क्रोधकृत्कर्ता विश्वबाहुर्महीधरः अच्युतप्रतित प्राणदो वासवानुजः अपां निधिरधिष्ठानम् अप्रमत्र प्रतिष्ठितः स्कन्द स्कन्दधरोदर्यो वरदो वायुवाहनः वासुदेवो बृहद्भानुरादिदेव पुरन्दरः अशोकस्थार नस्तार शूर शौर्यजनेश्वरः अनुकूल शतावर्त पद्मी पद्मनिपेक्षणः पद्मनाभोरविन्दाक्ष पद्मगर्भ शरीरभृत् महद्दृतो वृत्तात्मा महाक्षोकर्णत्वचः अतुलशर भूभीम समयज्ञो हविर्हरिः सर्वलक्षणलक्षण्यो लक्ष्मीवान् समितिञ्जयः विक्षरो रोहितो मार्गो हेतुर्दामोदरः सहः महीधरो महाभागो वेगवानमिताशनः उत्पवः क्षोभनो देव श्रीगर्भ परमेश्वरः करणं कारणं कर्ता विकर्ता गहनो गुहः व्यवसायो व्यवस्थान संस्थान स्थानतो ध्रुवः परदि परमस्पष्ट सुष्ट पुष्ट सुपेक्षणः रामो विरामो विरजो मार्गो नेयो नेयः वीरशक्तिमतां श्रेष्ठो धर्मो धर्मविदुत्तमः वैकुण्ठ पुरुष प्राणद प्रणवप्रतुः हिरण्यगर्भ शत्रुघ्नो व्याप्तो वायुरदोक्षजः ऋतुर्सुदर्शन काल परमेष्टि परिग्रहः उग्र संवत्सरो दक्षो विश्रामो विश्वदक्षिणः विस्तारस्थावनस्थानो प्रमाणं बीजमव्ययम् अर्थोनर्थो महाकोशो महाभोगो महाधनः अनिर्विन्नस्तविष्टो भूर्धर्मयूपो महामकः नक्षत्रनेमे नक्षत्री क्षामक समीहनः यज्ञेज्यो महेशष्टु क्रतु सत्रं सताङ्गतिः सर्वदर्शी निवृत्तात्मा सर्वज्ञो ज्ञानमुत्तमम् सुव्रत सुमुख सूक्ष्म सुघोष सुगद सुहृद मनोहरोजित क्रोधो वीरभाभुर्विधारणः स्वापन स्वविश्वव्यापी नैकात्मा नैककर्मकृत् वत्सरो वत्सलो वत्सी रत्नगर्भो धनेश्वरः धर्मभृद्धर्मकृत् धर्मी सदसक्षरमक्षरम् अविज्ञाता सहस्रांशुर्विधाता कृतलक्षणः गभस्तिनेमिर्सत्त्वस्थः सिंहो भूतमहेश्वरः आदिदेवो महादेवो देवेशो देवभृत्कुरुः उत्तरो गोपतिर्गोप्ता ज्ञानगम्य पुरातनः शरीरभूतभृद्भोक्ता कपीन्द्रो भूरि दक्षिणः सोमपोमृतपस्सोम पुरुजित्पुरुसत्तमः विनयो जयः सत्यसन्धो धाशारः सात्वतां पतिः जीवो विनयता साक्षी मुकुन्दो मितविक्रमः अम्बोनिधिररन्तात्मा महोदधिशयोऽन्तकः अजो महार्ह स्वाधाव्यो जितामित्रप्रमोदनः आनन्दो नन्दनो नन्द सत्यधर्माद्रिविक्रमः महर्षिर्कपिलाचार्य कृतज्ञो मेदिनीपतिः त्रिपदस्थितसाध्यक्ष महाशृङ्गकृतान्तकृत् महावराहो गोविन्द सुषेण कनकाङ्गदी गुह्यो गभीरो गहनो गुप्तश्चक्रगदाधरः वेदास्वाङ्गोजित कृष्णो धृत संकर्षणोच्युतः वरुणो वारुणो वृक्ष पुष्कराक्षो महामनाः भगवानन्दी वनमाली हलायुतः आदित्यो ज्योतिरादित्य सहिष्णुर्गतिसत्तमः सुधन्वाखण्ड परशुद्धारणो द्रविणप्रदः दिवस्पृक्सर्वदिग्व्यासो वाचस्पटिरयोनिजः त्रिसामासामगस्साम निर्वाणं भेषजं विशक सन्न्यासकृश्चमश्चान्तो निष्ठा शान्तिपरायणम् शुभाङ्गशान्तिदश्रेष्ठा कुमुद कुवलेशयः कोहितो गोपतिर्गोप्ता वृषभाक्षो वृषप्रियः अनिवर्ती निवृत्तात्मा संसेक्षाक्षेमकृच्छिवः श्रीवत्सवक्षा श्रीवास श्रीपति श्रीमताम्बरः श्रीधर श्रीश श्रीनिवास श्रीनिधिल श्रीविभावनः श्रीधर श्रीकर श्रेय श्रीमान् लोकत्रयाश्रयः स्वक्षस्वङ्गशतानन्दो नन्दिर्ज्योतिर्गणेश्वरः विजितात्मा विधेयात्मा सत्कीर्तिश्चिन्न संशयः उदीर्णः सर्वतिश्चक्षुरनीश शाश्वतस्थिरः भूषयो भूषणो भूतिर्विशोकशोकनाशनः अर्चिष्मानर्चितकुम्भो विशुद्धात्मा विशोधनः अनिरुद्धो प्रतितर प्रद्युम्नो मितविक्रमः कालनेमिनिहावीर शौरि शूरजनेश्वरः त्रिलोकात्मा त्रिलोकेश केशव केशिहा हरिः कामदेव कामपालक कामी कान्तकृतागमः अनिर्देश वपुर्विष्णुर्वीरो नन्तो धनञ्जयः ब्रह्मण्यो ब्रह्मकृत् ब्रह्म ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविवर्धनः ब्रह्मविद् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मी ब्रह्मज्ञो ब्राह्मणप्रियः महाक्रमो महाकर्मा महातेजा महोरगः महाक्रतुर्महायज्वा महायज्ञो महाहविः स्तव्यस्तव प्रियस्तोत्रं स्तुतिस्तोत्रारणप्रियः पूर्ण यथा पुण्यकीर्तिरनामयः मनोजवस्थितगरो वसुरेता वसुप्रदः वसुप्रदो वासुदेवो वसुर्वसुमनाहविः सत्कति सत्ता सद्बुद्धि सप्तरायणः शूरसेनो यदुश्रेष्ठ सन्निवास सुयामुनः भूतावासो वासुदेवः सर्वासु निलयो नलः दर्पः दर्पतो दुप्तो दुर्धरोधा परार्जितः विश्वमूर्तिर्महामूर्तिर्दीप्तमूर्तिरमूर्तिमान् अनेकमूर्तिरव्यक्त शतमूर्तिशताननः एको नैकस्सवक्कं किं यत् पदमनुत्तमं लोकबन्धुर्लोकनाथो माधवो भक्तवत्सलः सुवर्णवर्णो हेमाङ्गो वराङ्गश्चङ्गनाङ्गदी वीरः विषमशून्यो कृताशीरजलश्चलः अमानिमानदो मान्यो लोकस्वामी त्रिलोककृत् सुमेधामेधजोदन्य सत्यमेधाधराधरः तेजो वृषोदितिरः सर्वषष्टभुताम्बरः प्रग्रहो निग्रहो व्यग्रो नैकशृङ्गो गताग्रजः चतुर्मूर्तिश्चतुर्बाहुश्चतुर्व्यूहश्चतुर्गतिः चतुरात्मा चतुर्भावश्चतुर्वेदविदेकपात् समावर्तो निवृत्तात्मा दुर्जयो दुरतिक्रमः दुर्लभो दुर्गमो दुर्गो दुरावासो दुरारिः शुभाङ्गुलोकसारङ्गस्तुतन्तुस्तन्तुवर्तनः इन्द्रकर्मा महाकर्मा कृतकर्मा कृतागमः उद्भवः सुन्दर सुन्दो रत्ननाभसुलोचनः अर्को वाजसन शृङ्गी जयन्तः सर्वविजयी सुवर्णबिन्दुरक्षोभः सर्वभागीश्वरेश्वरः महाह्रदो महाकर्तो महाभूतो महानिधिः कुमुदकुण्डरकुण्डप्रजन्यपावनो नलः अमृतांशोऽमृतवपुः सर्वज्ञः सर्वतोमुखः सुलभः सुब्रतः सिद्धः शत्रुजिच्छत्रुतापनः न्यक्रोधोधुम्बरो स्वास्तच्चानूरान्दनिषूदनः सहस्राक्षी सप्तजिह्वः सप्तैधा सप्तवाहनः अमूर्तिरनघोचिन्त्यो भयकृद्भयनाशनः अनुबृहत्तु शस्तूलो गुणपुन्नुक्कुनो महान् अधृतस्वधृतस्वास्तक् प्राग्वंशो वंशवर्धनः भारभृत्कथितो योगी योगीश सर्वकामदः आश्रमशमनः क्षामः सुपर्णो वायुवाहनः धनुर्धरो धनुर्वेदो दण्डो दमयितादमः अपराजितः सर्वसहो नियन्ता नियमो यमः सत्त्ववान् सात्विका सत्य धर्मपरायणः अभिप्राय प्रियाहोरः प्रियकृत्प्रीतिवर्धनः विहाय सगतिर्ज्योति सुरुचित्तभुविक् विभुः रविर्विरोचन सूर्य सविता रविलोचनः अनन्तहुत भुक्भोक्ता सुखतो नैकतो ग्रजः अनिर्विण्णः सदामर्षि लोकादिस्थानमत्पुतः सनातनतमः कपिलः कपिरव्ययः स्वस्तिद स्वस्ति कुत्स्वस्ति स्वस्ति भुक् स्वस्ति दक्षिणः अरोधकुण्डली चक्री विक्रम यूजित शासनः शब्दादिक शब्दसः शिशिर शर्वरीकरः अक्रूरपेशलो दक्षो दक्षिणः क्षमिणाम्बरः विद्वत्तमो वीतभय पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः उत्तारणो दुष्कृतिः पुण्यो दुःस्वप्ननाशनः वीरः रक्षणः सन्तो जीवनपर्यवस्थितः अनन्तरूपोऽनन्तश्रीजितमन्योर्भयापहः चतुरश्रो गभीरात्मा विदिशो व्यादिशो दिशः अनादिभूर्भुवो लक्ष्मी सुवीरो रुचिराङ्गदः जननो जनजन्मादि भीमो भीमपराक्रमः आधारनिलयो धाता पुष्पहासप्रजागरः ऊर्ध्वगः सप्तताचार प्राणद प्रणवप्रणः प्रमाणं प्राणनिलय प्राणभृत् प्राणजीवनः तत्त्वं तत्त्वविदेकात्मा जन्म मृत्युजरार्थिकः भूर्भुवः स्वस्तरुस्तार सविता प्रपितामहः यज्ञो यज्ञपतिर्यज्वा यज्ञाङ्गो यज्ञवाहनः यज्ञभृत्यज्ञकृत्यज्ञी यज्ञभृत्यज्ञसाधनः यज्ञान्तकृत्यज्ञगुह्यमन्नमन्नादि एव च आत्मयोनि स्वयं जातो वैखानसामगायनः देवकीनन्दन श्रेष्ठा शिटीशपापनाशनः शङ्खभृन्नन्दकी चक्री श्राङ्गधन्वागधाधरः रथाङ्गपाणिरक्ष्योप सर्वप्रहरनायुध ॐ नमः इति वनमाली गदीशाङ्की शङ्की चक्री चनन्दकी श्रीमान्नारायणो विष्णु वासुदेवोऽपि रक्षतु वनमाली गदीशाङ्की शङ्की चक्री चनन्दकी श्रीमान्नारायणो विष्णु वासुदेवोऽपि रक्षतु वनमाली गदीशाङ्की शङ्की चक्री चनन्दकी श्रीमान्नारायणो विष्णु वासुदेवोऽपि रक्षतु श्रीवासुदेवोऽपि रक्षतु ॐ नमः इति इतीदं कीर्तनीयस्य केशवस्य महात्मनः नाम्नां सहस्रं दिव्यानाम् अशिक्षेण प्रकीर्तितं यैदं शृणुयान्नित्यं यश्चापि परिकीर्तयेत् नाशुभं प्राप्नुयात् किञ्चित् सोमुद्रेह च मानवः वेदान्तको ब्राह्मणस्य क्षत्रियो विजयी भवेत् वैश्यो धनसमुद्रस्य शूद्रः सुखमवाप्नुयात् धर्मार्थी प्राप्नुयात् धर्मम् अर्थार्थी चार्थमाप्नुयात् कामानवाप्नुयात् कामी प्रजार्थी चाप्नुयात् प्रजाम् भक्तिमान्य सतोत्ताय स्तुतिः सक्कतमानसः सहस्रं वासुदेवस्य नाम्नाम् एकत् प्रकीर्तयेत् यश प्राप्नोति विपुलं याति प्राधान्यमेव च अचलां श्रेयमाप्नोति श्रेयः प्राप्नोति न भयं क्वचिदाप्नोति वीर्यं तेजश्च विन्दति भवत्यरोगो द्युतिमान् बलरूपगुणान्वितः रोगार्तो मुच्यते रोगात् बद्धो मुच्येत बन्धनात् भयान् मुच्येत भीतस्तु मुच्येत आपन्न आपदः दुर्गान्यतितरत्याशु पुरुषोत्तमं स्तुवन्नाम सहस्रेण नित्यं भक्तिसमन्वितः वासुदेवाश्रयो मर्त्यो वासुदेवपरायणः सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा याति ब्रह्मसनातनं न वासुदेव भक्तानाम् अशुभं विद्यते क्वचित् जन्म मृत्युचराव्याधि भयं नैवोपजायते इमं स्तवमधीयान श्रद्धा भक्तिसमन्वितः युज्येतात्मसुखं शान्ति श्रीदति स्मृतिकीर्तिभिः न क्रोधो न मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभा मतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे द्यौसचन्दार्कनक्षत्राखं दिशो भूर्महोदतिः वासुदेवस्य वीर्येण वृद्धानि महात्मनः ससुरासुरगन्धर्वं सयक्षोरगराक्षसं जगत्वशे वर्तते तं कृष्णस्य सचरराचरम् इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिर्सत्त्वं तेजोबलं द्युतिः वासुदेवात्मकान्याहुः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञ एव च सर्वागमानामाचार प्रथमं परिकल्पते आचारप्रभवो धर्मो धर्मस्य प्रपुरच्युतः ऋषय पितरो देवा महाभूतानि धातवः जङ्गमां जङ्गमं जेदं जगन्नारायणोद्भवं योगो ज्ञानं तथा साङ्ख्यं विद्या शिल्पादिकर्म च वेदाशास्त्राणि विज्ञान एतत् सर्वं जनार्दनात् एको विष्णोर्महद्भूतं पृथक् भूताननेकवशः त्रिलोकान् व्याप्य भुक्तात्मा भुक्ते विश्वभुवव्ययः इमं स्तवं भगवतोर्विष्णोर्व्यासेन कीर्तितं पतेत्यैच्छेत् पुरुषश्रेयः प्राप्तुं सुखानि च विश्वेश्वरमजं देवं जगतप्रभुमव्ययं भजन्ति ये पुष्कराक्षं न ते यान्ति पराभवं न ते यान्ति पराभवो ॐ नमः इति श्री अर्जुन उवाच पद्मपत्र विशालाक्ष पद्मनाभसुरोत्तमा भक्तानामनुरक्तानां त्रात्रा भवजनार्दना श्रीभगवानुवाच यो मां नाम सहस्रेण स्तोतुमिच्छति पाण्डवा सोऽहमेकेन श्लोकेन स्तुतयेव न संशयो ॐ नमः इति श्रीव्यास उवाच वासनाद् वासुदेवस्य वासितं भुवनत्रयं सर्वभूतनिवासोऽसि वासुदेव नमोऽस्तुते श्रीवासुदेव नमोऽस्तुते ॐ नमः इति पार्वत्युवाच केनोपायेन लघुना विष्णोर्नाम सहस्रकं पत्यते पण्डितैः नित्यं श्रोतुमिच्छाम्यहं प्रभो श्रीश्वर उवाच श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने श्रीराम नाम वरानन ॐ नमः इति ब्रह्मोवाच नमोऽस्त्वन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षिशिरोरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमो ॐ नमः इति श्रीसञ्जय उवाच यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीविजयो भूते ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम श्रीभगवानुवाच अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय चतुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनाधार्य संभवामि युगे युगे आर्ता विषण्णा स्थितिलाश्च भीता घोरेषु च व्याशि च वर्तमानाः संकीर्त्य नारायण शब्दमार्तं विमुक्तदुःखा सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरि कृष्णा हरि बोल
Amazing. Thank you so much. Good to hear you again. Really good. Well done. So
cannot hear you, Prabhuji. Are you speaking anything?
I am. I can. Nobody hear me?
No, I can hear you, Prabhu.
I can hear you.
Okay, Radhika, what's going on?
Oh, I can't hear.
That's weird. Maybe just let Radhika know she can share her pictures if she likes of Vrindavan. It's always good to see.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can share your pictures if you like of Vrindavan.
Sure.
If you want to. And then I was thinking next Ekadashi, if you like, you can do the other verses. We've done the 1,000 names, but the preamble and then later on, if you like, you can do those as well.
Sure, happy to. In fact,
Yes.
those conversations, those preambles, they are conversations that happen between Krishna, Arjuna, Parvati, and Shiva. So it's
Yes.
really amusing. It's fascinating. Brahma.
True. That'd be good.
Now, with regards to the pictures, I am not sure whether it's going to be very visible because I tried this on another platform.
Oh, okay.
And they complained that they were not able to see the pictures very clearly.
Sure.
However, we will try. So, I'm going to share my screen. Yes. Are you able to?
Let me remove this spotlight.
Are you able to?
Yeah, something's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see your desktop.
Okay.
And I don't know if is anybody spotlighted.
I don't know if you're able to see. Please let me know.
Yes, it's really clear. Very clear.
Okay. So I'm starting with food. This is just me.
Let me just spotlight this as well. Oh, can't spotlight. Okay, go for it.
So this is just me. I'm starting with a picture of a man selling lassi in mud. You know, this yogurt, it's not yogurt, it's curd. When you see this curd, it's so amazing. It's like hung curd. It's much thicker than Greek yogurt is. And they churn and churn and churn, and the manual one is much better. And the way they sell it, oh, they're so good with the way they talk. And then let me go to the next picture. What's happening? So this is the famous Kadamba tree at Kalia Ghat.
Yes. Wow.
It's believed that this tree is hollow inside, and it's not a belief. I saw it with my eyes that the bark of the tree is there, but inside it's a hole. But it stands. It's been standing for so many years, and the belief is that Krishna's lotus feet touched this tree, took support from this tree, and then jumped into the river.
Indeed, yes.
That's Yamuna Ghat. It's just a collection of colorful boats if you want to do a trip. Oh, this is me and my mum.
Mum.
Visit. What you see behind, please ignore these faces, but what you see behind is the main gate to enter the Mathura prison where Krishna was born. So they've really done up this place. The local government, they've spent some money. As you can see, the tower is there, and just behind is a mosque. So you can actually see the actual prison which is preserved. You've seen this picture. You've seen this. Oh, this is an e-rickshaw. Much of the places around the parikrama, either Govardhan or Vrindavan, you're not able to take motor vehicles. These are naughty monkeys who've just taken fruity from me. If you look at their arm, if you look at their hand, they would, because it's so hot, they want fruities. So you throw them fruity and they give you back whatever they stole from you. Nidhivan, where the Rasa Leela is supposed to have happened.
Yes.
So good to see. I mean, the whole place is cordoned off. You can't touch the trees, but if you look at the trees here, they're so entangled. One is tied to the other. It's almost as if they were dancing and it's a frozen memory. just a devotee, just a tiny Krishna there. Malai laddus.
Wow.
Oh my God, juice bombs. This prasadam. The prasadam in Vrindavan is a thing to speak about. I can go on for hours. Just the milk.
Where's this available? I've never had
This
a
was
Malai thing.
so. This one is just outside Banke Bihari. If you look at the shops outside,
Yes.
it is prasadam.
Parikrama.
As part of the parikrama, again the Yamuna. This is the beautiful Radha Vrindavan Chandra.
Wow, amazing.
ISKCON Bangalore. Such beautiful deities.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Any guesses, Prabhuji?
Okay, she got, is it on the Yamuna? One of the ghats?
Brahmand Kund.
Brahman Kund, okay, yes.
So the land where mud is so precious. People take the mud as prasad because baby Krishna ate mud.
Yeah.
Shodama called him out and told him off. He opened his mouth and she saw the whole Brahmand in Krishna's mouth. Lassi again.
See? It's so
Cheap.
hot.
How cheap and how delicious. 20 rupees for half a glass and very, very tasty. Any guesses?
This looks like Varsana.
Yes, you're right.
So you're right. And Radhakund.
This place is something else. The energy there. Very nice.
Very nice. So you got the sunset.
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful shops in Radhakund.
Your tulsi malas and this is Srila Prabhupada at Radha Damodar temple.
Yeah.
Among his first writings. I guess that's all there is.
Oh, okay. Yes, good memories. Thank you so much for sharing. Very good. Excellent.
Veena Mataji, thank you for the darshan of your deities.
Oh, thank you, Mataji, for looking at back places I haven't been. I know, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
So blessed.
Yes. I think I got very lucky. Radharani was so merciful. She let me visit Vrindavan on my desired dates. I just made a plan and it worked, and I thought it was so merciful. And then it was so hot, but both Radharani and Krishna were so merciful. They arranged it so beautifully. We got amazing, delicious prasad everywhere. Comfortably managed to do the darshan. My mom's having arthritis issues and she has been in pain through COVID. But during these dates when we were in Vrindavan, she didn't experience any pain. She walked all of these places. And then after she came home again, she felt terrible. But during that time, she had no pain whatsoever.
Power of Vrindavan. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Really good. Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Vishnu Sahasranam.
Sahasranam ki jai. Hare Krishna Babuji.
Bhavana Ben, how are you?
Long time, sorry. Haven't been able to join. Hello Radhika ji. Hare Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining. Very nice. Very good.
Yeah, it was nice darshan, Radhika ji.
Yes, Hari Bol.
Yeah, Hari Bol. Hari Bol.